Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and today we are going to be doing some online stamping. We're going to be making a super cool card using the Stampin Up Succulent Garden Suite. So this entire suite, it was in the Occasions catalog, and it's retiring, and my heart is broken because I absolutely love these products. And Linda and I actually did an entire episode of the Stampin' Scoop all on this entire suite. So I'm very excited to create this card today and share it with you. And just a little heads up on that retirement list. Some of the items on it are 50% off, including two of the products that we're going to be using today. So they are while supplies last. They were available as of this morning. I can't say how much longer they're going to be available for. Welcome aboard, everybody. I see a whole bunch of you guys are jumping on. I'm very excited to have you guys here today. I'm really excited to be doing the stamping live. I love Facebook Live. I love the ability to be able to interact with you guys while we're stamping. It's so much more fun this way. I have a couple of things to share with you guys since we are live. I have some live prize patrol. We will be giving away at the end of this episode the Basket for You Hostess stamp set, which is also retiring. This is, let's see if I can get it in there so you can see it. This is a retiring Hostess stamp set, very hard to get. The Time of Year Hostess stamp set, another one that was hard to get because it's only available to hostesses. And I've got the So in Love bundle. This is the stamp set and framelits from the Occasions catalog. This is quite the bundle right here. So I'm going to be giving this away live. All you need to do to enter is leave a comment on this live video. And if you are watching this after live, after this broadcast has ended, or if you're watching this on YouTube, YouTubers, it was live on Facebook. I uploaded to YouTube after. So you can still enter the after live drawing. I have stuff for you. I have stuff for everyone. All you need to do is leave a comment. Now for the after live, if you share this broadcast on Facebook, either from YouTube or from Facebook, but share it on Facebook and type that you've shared it, I'll enter you a second time into the after live drawing. And for that, it's a second So in Love bundle. In fact, I've got a little better picture of it here to show you guys. It's an amazing bundle, absolutely beautiful. So I'll be drawing the after live on May 2nd. So we'll be doing one live here now and one live on May 2nd. And thank you guys for sharing. I see Tammy's already shared. You guys are already on this. Thank you guys are awesome. So you guys, you know what? Half the time, I don't even have to tell you this stuff. You just pop right on there and you know. I love it. I love it. So welcome aboard, everybody. I see a whole bunch more of you have just come on. I'm also kind of excited because I originally started doing the online classes on Wednesdays, and I've changed the date. I don't know if some of you may have picked up on this and maybe you didn't, to Tuesdays, so that we'll always be live at Tuesday on noon time on Eastern Central Time. So it'll either be my online class or the Stampin Scoop Show, but I thought that made it so much easier to remember. You don't have to remember, oh, they're Tuesday this week, they're Wednesday next week. It's always going to be Tuesday at noon, Eastern Time. And I almost always have a pre-scheduled link up there for the video, so you guys can just, if you're on Facebook, you just click that link and it'll remind you when we're live, and it's awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. I see a whole bunch of you on there. Oh, thank you. You guys are the best. So just a couple little things happening. Little things happening. Yeah, and by little, I mean huge. So the retirement list has been announced last week. I did a video on that. There is a huge list. Some of it's 50% off. Like I mentioned, some of the products we're using today are actually almost 50% off. And a lot of it is while supplies last. And a bunch of it has already sold out. So if you have stuff on this list, don't wait to get it. If you're not sure how to get the list, I'm here for you. So if you want to know what's on sale, what's retiring, what's still available, you can pop on over to my stampwithtami.com blog, and there's two ways you can do that from this video. You can actually click the link in the video above. I actually have a direct link there for you. I put some quick links. And you can also just go directly to my stampwithtami.com blog. And if you are on my homepage, then you can simply, oh, I'm not there, just simply click on the specials page. Right, this little tab right here that says specials, and it's going to bring you to my specials page, and that is where everything that's being offered right now, either by the company or by myself, because a few of these are my own personal promotions, including the hostess code promotion, which is 2 free ordering tutorials. One of those is a sneak peek ordering tutorials. My frequent buyer points program, my VIP online club, which is the best way to go if you find out that retirement list that's right here is huge and your wish list is huge. The VIP club is the next best thing to joining as a demonstrator, because it gives you some great benefits. And one of them is free catalogs. One of them is access to my VIP members only site, which is filled with tutorials. Stamping tutorials, just like we're about to do right now. And I update it every week. So there's exclusive stuff on there for you, and you get free stamps, free catalogs for everything else. So it's just, like I said, the next best thing to joining as a demonstrator. All right. One more thing I want to point out, because I get asked this often, and that is, how do I know when you're going to be live? I have a calendar of events. It's right here at the top of my blog. It says calendar of events. Occasionally I do have to change times. So I have to say these times, you may want to, check back to make sure that they, they change. But here is my upcoming schedule for the rest of April and what's upcoming for May so far. More stuff will obviously come in May, but everything's there. So it's a great place to find everything. You can also find it in the events section on Facebook. All right. So who's ready for some stamping? I'm ready for some stamping. Did you guys see that card? Did you catch it when I just showed it to you? Did you notice what it was? All right, I'll pop down and I will hold it up for you guys so you can see. This is designed by Veronica. Can you see what this is? It is a potted plant, right? How adorable is that? Made with the succulents. As Veronica says, these are the only kinds of plants she can keep alive. I personally love plants, and I love these succulents. I love this whole thing, and I was very sad to see them on the retirement list, because I thought for sure these were going to stick around and make the catalog, and I guess that just goes to show even I have no idea what's going to come and what's going to go. So I mentioned 2 things are on sale. The Succulent Garden designer paper that we're using today, $6.60 in my online store. While supplies last, stock up. It's beautiful paper. And the dies, the succulent framelit dies, these are on sale, $16.50. They're normally $33. That's amazing. So if you guys want to see this paper, I'm going to do it real quick here. I have tons more ideas for this set. I'm going to show you some at the end of this. And you can see, I believe it's episode 29 of the Stampin Scoop Show. There's a link on this project's page to that for more. So you will never run out of ideas for this stamp set. And that wasn't even a full pack of paper that I just showed you. That was like, I've already used a lot of that. One more little tip here. In this video's description, there's a link to my project page for this project. And on it, you'll find a free PDF. The PDF has lots of little enhancements on it, including the measurements. It's got a QR code, and it's got a complete supply list. The reason why the QR code is good is because if you are watching this now and you decide you want to purchase some of these products to make it, you don't have them yet, or you want to watch it later, you can simply print this off and you can zap this with your smartphone, or you can go to this URL right here on it, and it will bring this video that we're making right now up along with all of the information on this project. So you'll always be able to go right back to it. So it's just a great resource to have. Start a binder with these inspiration sheets and tutorials, and it's a great place, a resource for you to go back to. So for some stamping, we're going to start with our big shot work. I'm going to start with the background, which is actually done with the, this is the wood grain impressions folder. And some crumb cake some crumb cake paper. Okay. And then we're just going to pop that paper right into this impressions folder, and we're going to take the big shot. And that uses the just the regular platform that comes with the big shot and 2 cutting pads. So you just sandwich this between the 2 cutting pads, and run it through the Big Shot for the texture. These folders are the best because they add some dimension to any project. And then when you're done, you have this beautiful textured piece and it's ready to layer on your card base. So I'm just going to put that aside for now. We're going to finish up our Big Shot work while we have it out. Next, I'm going to do the succulents. Now, for that, I'm going to change our lineup here. Right now, I have the Big Shot platform down. For this one, you could go magnetic platform, but I'm actually going to use the precision base plate. So I've added on the thin die adapter that also comes with the platform and the Big Shot. And this right here is the precision base plate upside down. Okay. Someone's asking, how is the wood grain embossing folder different than the old one? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. It's, but that's it. So if that helps answer your question, there you go. Okay, so next up, I'm going to take the framelits, and I don't know where I put them, so I was so good at organizing it. There they are. I was so good at organizing everything so I wouldn't lose them. So I'm taking some Pear Pizzazz cardstock here, and we're going to take all 6 of these little flowers and cut them, and I'll show you which ones. It's all the way down in size. I'm sorry, there's 5. My bad. So these 3, and you can cut them all at once. Let's see. And then if I had some more cardstock, and then these 2 as well. So all of these can be cut at once. Actually, you know what? I do have another piece here. Let's just do them all at once because it makes it nice and quick. And then we can move on to our next step. I don't know. I have this thing about, like, when you go to the grocery store and you're bringing your bags in at the grocery store, like, I have to make one trip. Like, you know, I've got bags ripping and falling all over the place, but I feel like I have to make one trip. And I feel the same way about the Big Shot. When I'm doing the Big Shot work, for some reason, I feel like I need to, like, do it in the least amount of turns as possible, as trips as possible through the Big Shot. So here I am doing it all at once, but, you know, it's one crank and all 5 of these flowers are cut. And then, so you can either use the die brush to pop these out, or you can use the paper piercer, which just for time purposes, I'm just going to use the paper piercer to pop it out. But I probably normally would have taken the time to do the die brush. I just didn't have it handy. So then we have our flowers. And wait, you're going to love this part the best, so you don't have to sit there and wait for me to pop out 5 flowers. Wait for it. Through the magic of Facebook Live, I happen to have these all ready cut for us. And I know, hold the applause, hold the applause. It gets better. This is the layering circles dies, and I use these to cut the pot. So since we're going to just go ahead and do all of our Big Shot work at once, again, through the magic of Facebook Live, I use the largest circle on Cajun Craze and the second largest circle on Crumb Cake, and you can cut them out the exact same way. I just cut out the flowers. And then, voila! Okay, so these pieces are going to fit together to make our pot, and then all of our flower pieces are going to layer on top of each other to make our flower. But we're not quite ready to do that just yet because we have a couple other things that we want to do to these pieces first to make them super, super cool. Okay, first we're going to stamp on the crumb cake. I'm going to take a little bit of scrap paper and put it in the back here. Now, the stamp sets I'm using here, and I have those so succulent out, and I also have it on the supply list, but here's a little secret. I didn't actually use it on the card. It's not actually used on the card, but it was part of the set, and I felt like it belonged in with in the supply list. We're actually using the High Tide stamp set, and the love words come from the Jar of Love stamp set. And both of these are not retiring. These are both going to be carried over into the new catalog. So that's exciting because I love both of those sets. Just one ink pad color today. It is Early Espresso. Early Espresso is going to do a solo. And I'm taking, this is the, it's this piece right here. You could also use this piece, but it would require a few more stamps. Either one works. So I'm just going to ink that up in the Early Espresso ink. And just going to stamp that all around this potted plant. This is making dirt, by the way, in case you didn't pick up on that. This is from the incredibly creative, talented mind of Veronica Zales. And if you guys did not see my blog hop, the Autism blog hop this past weekend on my blog, you have to go back and read her story and her son Cameron, because it's a tearjerker, but it's a beautiful story, and it's just I just love it. So now we have dirt, right? Isn't that funny? Who would have thought of that? And while I've got this ink pad out, we'll go ahead and stamp our words. Gonna stamp the words thanks on a little scrap of white paper here. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to take this is the triple banner punch, and I'm going to punch a little tail out of the thanks. And let's see, I'm going to slide that right in the middle here. And I did put it upside down just so that I could see that I wasn't cutting off the words. I wanted to make sure that I didn't accidentally cut them off. So, there. So, that is all done. Now, we're going to create some dimension for these petals. Okay. So, the petals here, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. You can see that pretty good. These petals actually have some dimension to them. And how we did that was taking a bone folder and just, and the foam pad here, I've got the paper piercing pad underneath me, and I'm literally just kind of drawing with the bone folder flat on each of the petals. And it's at this point in our segment that I might start singing because I'm going to do all 5 flowers this time. Okay. Oh, thank you, Sandy Price. Sandy says, I love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's nice to be loved, you guys. I love you all right back. It would be so boring doing this by myself. Actually, that's not true. There is nothing boring about stamping at all. But it is so much nicer to do it with you guys. It's true, Tammy says, that the scoring makes the flowers, the petals look so real. And that is exactly, it's these little things that make such a big difference. Okay. Now, Anita says, you're curious to see how these petals curl up. I'm not actually curling them up, actually. Just doing that little bit of pressing down on this pad is enough to give them a tiny little bit of dimension. So I'm not actually curling them anymore, although you could if you wanted to. You could just simply, you know, curl them up with your finger or with a pencil. But that adds just the perfect amount. Just doing that. Okay, so believe it or not, the only thing we have left to do here is a little bit of assembly. Can you believe that? How fast that is? So, we're going to start with this textured piece of wood grain folder cardstock here. I'm going to use my nemesis. Actually, we're friends now. Me and the multi-purpose glue, if any of you know my history with this. I don't really love it. I used to make a big mess with it, and I'll tell you why in case any of you have this same problem. I was using the wrong end. I was using this wide end, and it was glopping everywhere, and I'm like, I don't understand why everybody loves this so much. But now I do. I get it, because once you use the other end, because everybody said, turn it around, use the thin tip end. And sure enough, that made all the difference in the world. And when you're working with these textured pieces of cardstock, this liquid glue really gets in between the grooves, and it makes such a difference. And I love my snail. I will never stop using the snail. But for this particular type of project where we have a textured piece like that, the liquid glue really is the best choice. So I'm layering that right on top of the entire card base. Okay. Sherry says she don't like it either. That, you know what? Hopefully that helped you too, because I did not know what I was doing wrong. And that here I am live, you know, I'm not afraid to, you know, come in here live and make a fool of myself using it completely wrong. And a whole bunch of you guys jumped on and said, turn it around. And as soon as I did, it made all the difference in the world. So I've got the Project Live corner punch here. I'm going to just punch out a little corner, just one. And I'm going to do it all the way through to the back side of the card base. So when it's shut, it shows like that. Because that is like a signature Veronica. That and stitching. Those are her two beautiful little marks. Okay, so next we're going to attach the designer paper. Again, the measurements are on that free PDF on my blog. And someone's asking, how long does the green glue last? I'm assuming you mean how long does a tube of it last? It depends on how much stuff you make with it. You know, for me, if I'm making 1,000 cards in a swap, it could last me an hour. Or it could last you years. It just depends on what you're making and how many of them. Okay, so I'm going to put that right down in the center, and I did use that green glue on it again because it's going over the textured piece. You know what? Tammy says the gingham color on the back would have looked awesome too. It would have. It absolutely would have. I love that. All right, so next up we've got our pot. I'm going to put that down with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And it is a beautiful designer paper. And in case some of you popped on late and did not see my little PSA on this succulent designer paper, it's on sale for $6. But only while supplies last. So don't run to my online store for this designer paper, because when it goes, it's gone forever. It's on the list. Sadly, it is on the list. Okay, so that is going to go right in the center, and then this one's going to go right on top of it. And then we have our flower assembly. Now the flower assembly I did with some mini glue dots. And this one was real. I worked from the inside out. I don't think it matters if you want to go the opposite direction. One thing with the mini glue dots that I love to teach people here is don't pick the glue dot up with your finger and stick it to the flower. Actually stick the flower or whatever embellishment that you're sticking down right to the glue dot. Eliminate the middleman there and stick it right on, and then you can stick it right too, and then you don't have sticky fingers. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and do that for all of the layers of this flower. And you notice I'm just turning it a hair with each layer. You know what? I don't know why I don't think to do this more often, you guys, and I apologize, but I could actually zoom right in there so you can see that really good. Give you guys a little bit better view of what's happening. See how I'm twisting it just a little bit there each time? Okay. And last but not least, there we go. So there's our succulent flower. Isn't that gorgeous? And look at how easy that was. I cut all 5 of those pieces at once, did a quick little bone folder rub on each one, and then glue dots, and bam, it's there. That was like an emerald bam, wasn't it? Oh, you think we're cooking something here. So I'm going to attach that to our pot with some Stampin' Dimensionals, although you probably could use the glue dots too. You could go either way with that one. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad that you're learning new things, Becca. I really, really love that. I do live to inspire, and I love to teach you guys new stuff, even if it's what not to do. Hey, you know what? If I gotta be your I'll make the mistake for you person, I'll be that person for you guys. And let's see. So this piece right here, I'm going to stick on with a mini glue dot. And this has the illusion of being tied on, but I'm not really going to tie it on there. I always love that illusion. The last piece of this card is the linen thread. And I'm just going to tie a little bow here. And Nikki's asking, would you ink the tips of the petals? You absolutely could if you wanted to. Absolutely. In fact, if you go back to, I think it's episode 29 of the Stampin Scoop Show, where Linda and I feature this. Linda has some amazingly sponged succulents that look real, and she has the color combinations there on what she used to do them. So if you really want to make this like, wow, pop right off of the page and sponge, go back to that episode of the Stampin' Scoop Show on my blog. Just, you know, click on this link and go to the Stampin' Scoop Show. Actually, I have, if you click on this product page, I have a link directly to that Stampin' Scoop Show. So some awesome tips there. And so this looks like the bow has tied, like it looks like it's tied on there, but really it was just an illusion. I actually put that bow on with a glue dot. No one needs to know. That can be our secret. And our card is complete. Let me just back a hair up this so you can see the whole thing. But we're not quite done here because I have tons more ideas to share with this bundle, with this Succulent Garden Suite. Because it's going, and I'm so sad that it's going. And all of these products right here are using it. And again, the designer paper's on sale and the dies are on sale. Such a great deal, but only while supplies last. They were available this morning. They may no longer be available as of tonight. You never know how quickly they're going to go. This one, great Mother's Day card here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then here's another one. This is another one that Veronica did. Absolutely gorgeous. It's got the designer paper on the background. It's got it flipped over so you can see two sides of it. And the stamp set is a two-step stamp set too. And there's another beautiful one there with some stitched framelits worked in, some banner dies on the background. And Nikki had asked about stamping the leaves. Here's a version of that same flower in a different color with the leaves stamped. That stamp actually comes in the stamp set. There's two of them actually for different sizes. They're right here in that stamp set. Another quick and easy way to make these look realistic and awesome. Awesome. And then this one was an Easter card. Easter done with the designer paper on it. Even though Easter's past, it's always great to have ideas. And here's another one with the dragonfly. And my all-time favorite, well, I don't know, the potted plant is, this one's going to be tough. You guys tell me which one you like better, this one or the potted plant. But when we did this on the Stampin' Scoop Show, you guys were freaking out. This is it's such an easy one too. You ready? You ready? Wait for it. Bam! This is just a simple, fun fold. This card is on my blog as well, and it is very cool. So those are some samples using the Succulent Garden Suite. Again, all the information on the Succulent Garden Suite, the sale, the retirement list sale, all on my blog. Just use the links above. I'm going to zoom out just a hair here. Give you one more second with these and one more second to leave a comment because it's time for a drawing. Actually, it's time for 3 drawings. You guys ready for a winner? Because I think I'm ready to pick one. Who will it be? If you've left a comment, then you will be entered automatically into the live drawing. And if you leave one in the next minute, then you'll be entered into the drawing. And if you miss the live drawing, if you're watching this after live or you're on YouTube and you're watching the replay video, you will be entered into the after live drawing when you leave a comment. So that drawing will be on May 2nd. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, I might need to log, I need to log back into the site. So that gives you another minute there, actually 30 seconds to get your comments. And come on. And there we are. Okay, so we're up, we're ready. Let's see. Why does that say we already have a winner? Because we don't. That's bizarre. Okay. let's see. We're going to clear that one out. Okay, ready, set, and good luck, everybody. The first winner, this one is for the time of year stamp set, and that winner is Sonia Burson. So Sonia has won the time of year stamp set. If you are a winner, click on over to my blog at the link in this description and fill out the form on the winners page to redeem your prize, and I'll get them right out to you. The next winner will be for the Basket for You stamp set. These are 2 Hostess stamp sets. And that one is Robbie Hamilton. Congratulations, Robbie. Now, the last one, this is the big one. Good luck, everybody. This is the Sew in Love bundle, stamp set, framelits. I mean, this is like a $45 bundle. So good luck to everybody. It's in the holiday catalog. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. And the winner of this one is Margie Frey. Congratulations, everybody. Again, don't forget to fill out the prize claim form on my winners page. All right, so with that, I have one. I'll be doing the Afterlife on May 2nd. Linda and I will be back on Tuesday, next Tuesday. That is April 25th with the Stampin' Scoop Show, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for joining me today.